Hey guys, it's Postboxpat. Welcome back to a brand new Fortnite Battle Royale video, and in today's video we're talking about all the news that we've seen in the last few days that is actually relevant. There's been a lot of stuff going around and stuff which I just wanted to discuss in general in the community, especially regarding the legacy aim assist, something which I've been using for a while and I'm actually pretty sad it's going away being a console player, and we'll get into more details on that in a second. There's also news about the upcoming update and news about upcoming weapons, items, and hopefully a brand new update this week. So stay tuned for all that in today's video. If you guys do pop in here a lot though, I know roughly 60% of you guys watching the video aren't already subscribed, so maybe consider smashing that subscribe and sticking around on the channel. Thank you so much everyone supporting me over there. And also don't forget to go and use code Postboxpat in the item shop. We just have under 2,000 supporters and it'd be amazing if we could get to that 2,000 mark. We're at about 1,800, probably a bit less because it does reset every 2 weeks, but if you guys can get to that 2,000 mark, that would be a dream. So let me know if you're using code Postboxpat for a chance to get gifted something in the Fortnite item shop, or from the Fortnite item shop. Okay, so the news is pretty crazy actually, to be honest. First, we've got obviously the legacy controls getting removed from the game. This is just a huge hit for casual console players. Like, this is so bad in my opinion that us console players that use the aim assist and need the aim assist are gonna really miss out on this right here. The legacy controls in this gameplay, you can see on screen right now, I'm using the legacy controls. You've got the classic L2 spam, and the L2 spam, yes, it's OP and competitive, and yes, it's not fun if you're using a PC with 240 frames, and we'll get into more detail about that, over using a PC with 120 frames, or just basically above the a standard 60 FPS, and you can turn off shadows and just get perfect frame rate. You know, that's fair enough. But us console players, Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, even some mobile devices, not all, because I've played on my iPad and it's very broken, the aim assist on the iPad, because the graphics have run at 60 FPS, or 120 I think it actually runs it on the iPad. But on consoles, standard Xboxes, standard PlayStations, you actually get automatic shadows. You can't remove them, and also your aim assist is just always on. I guess you can turn it off, but you need it because it's so much difficult than it would be on a PC where you can design the specs for it. So I feel like this getting removed is just a huge hit on us console players, and so does Ninja. So check out this clip right now.
And chat, let me remind you, we're not talking about Xbox and PlayStation controller aim assist. We're talking about people who play with the 240 frames with a controller on PC. Okay? Aim assist is perfectly fine and balanced on Xbox and PlayStation. It could even probably be buffed.
So that's my opinion on it, and obviously other people's opinions on it. I think Fortnite is a huge casual game, and we'll get into a little bit more talk about casual towards the end of the video. I just want to go over a few other news points, and then we'll go back onto the topic of casual gaming, because it's something that's quite big, and I'm almost certain that roughly 90% of you watching this video right now are casual Fortnite players. Like, you don't play it competitively, you ain't trying to compete for that competitive prize. Maybe even more than 90%. Maybe I'm gonna have a little poll actually. Let's do another little poll. Are you a competitive player? Are you trying to compete for them cash cups? Yes or no? Let's see the percent of people that watch these videos if you're casual or competitive. Let's see. That doesn't count if you're just playing the competitive mode just for fun or just to try and rank up. If competitive is like top level competitive, not like World Cup level, but you're competing in cash cups regularly. So that's what we're going to class as competitive play. So let's see what you guys vote on that. All right, so the next piece of news I've got for you guys is this brand new weapon that's being added in. It's actually going to be 2 dual Desert Eagles, as I said, Desert Eagles, which is actually going to be linked to Deadpool. So you can see here with Deadpool's pistols, obviously they're going to do a decent amount of damage at 43, a good amount of damage at mid-range 36. They could even be shot with left trigger and right trigger, which would be awesome. So you can't zoom in. Imagine how cool that would be. With clip size being 18, that assumes to me that they're not going to have 2 separate clips, so you probably will be able to aim in on it with 18, with being 9 in each hand cannon or Desert Eagle, if you want to call it like that, and reload time 2.7. So nice and interesting stuff right there. Definitely something which we should be excited for. We've also got something else, the Misty Bop, which is an unknown name or unknown item, I guess. I don't even know what that is, which has a clip size of infinite and does a damage of 50. I assume this would probably be some sort of kind of like a grappler or harpoon gun, something which can just be used over and over but just does a little bit of damage. Maybe something kind of small, because obviously it has a reload time of 5 seconds, which is a long amount of time, generally speaking. So you're probably going to not want to use this, but who knows? It could be something interesting. Maybe it's more of like a fishing item or something you stick on the end of your fishing rod or something. Who knows what it could be? But it's pretty funny. Okay, so more news as well. This is actually from Tiger and from Happy Power as well. He was actually talking about how the update is probably not going to come out this week and it could be delayed and it could only be a content update. Personally, I do think this content update, if it is a small, just minor update, I do think it'll add something new, like helicopters or something else. Fortnite know that removing legacy controls is such a huge hit, and they're going to need to keep bringing content out for them casual players. We'll talk a little bit further about the casual side of stuff in a second, after we continue going through some of the news. The next piece I've got for you guys is regarding a storyline theory from Reddit. I absolutely love this one. This is actually regarding Ghost and Shadow. So they're basically explaining this here, how potentially there's a third party who are planning the weak, or looking for the weakness in Ghost and Shadow, and obviously they are planning, this third party, to kind of exploit that and prepare to attack that objective. And they've used kind of like the Peely banner, because obviously they know that Peely is on either side, because there's two versions of him, which is really cool, which you can gain access to as well from the battle pass. I love that theory, but I feel like the third party side of stuff does make sense, because we do have the agency in the hub. Obviously you can pick the side with it, it's kind of like you're sending in to get intel maybe, but we can't confirm it, and it's probably quite a far shot off in my opinion from the actual storyline, so I just don't think that could be the case. But you just don't know with these sort of things. Like, when people say this, you could actually be correct here, because the storyline this season is very off. I do have my most recent video other than this one, so the one before this one with the Pleasant Park bunker opening up, that does discuss the Fortnite storyline and how the bunker itself is going to be used for the storyline, and obviously the helicopter pads as well. Great video, go and check it out after this one. Okay, so back onto the topic of casual gaming. There was another post on the actual Reddit itself, the classic Fortnite Reddit, where someone here, I'm not going to read through it all, but they were basically complaining how the game is very, very difficult to play if you don't treat it as a full-time job. So if you're not playing Fortnite every single day, you're only playing it a few hours a week, and I've expressed this so many times in so many videos, even in just small sections, or even dedicating entire videos for casual gamers, and they explain here how hard it is and how unbalanced the skill-based matchmaking is, and how they're getting 10,000 FPS. Some people are using, obviously that's an exaggeration, but some people are having that, and you're coming against them with 60, and they're complaining about all this sort of stuff, and how the game itself is just not as fun because of this. Now, I still think the game is really fun because of the new addition of bots, and I absolutely love this season, but I do agree. Now, I'm someone that's probably a little bit higher than the casual standard, but only slightly, just because I play slightly different and I play more of a casual stealth style, so I can get wins. But if you're playing casual aggressive or just casual in general and not playing really stealthy, you're not going to get wins. So how are Fortnite going to sort this out? Well, stuff like planes, swords, heavy snipers, these weapons that pros complain about, and because so many people watch pros, they believe that pros are the best, they know everything, and they kind of take their word for it and then hate on these weapons as well. I think it's unnecessary. You know, if you're a casual gamer, you should want stuff like mechs, you should want stuff like planes, ballers, the sword. I think mechs is probably a bit too far to say, but at least mechs when they were nerfed. I think we as casual gamers need items like this to get wins. Simply, we cannot compete, and if people don't want these items, you've got your arena mode right there. Fortnite, don't put these into arena. It's simple as. We need these weapons so we can get wins. And I think us as a community, we still can get wins quite easily. Like I said in solo, if you land the shark every time and get the grappler and the scar, you can have a lot of fun doing that. But you're only one player that can do that in that game of 99 other players out of 100, obviously. So you're 1 out of 100 player that can actually have that experience in that game of having fun running away from all your targets, like I did on my how to win video, which is very fun and very entertaining. But there isn't much OP stuff other than that. There's nothing. And I think maybe helicopters, if they put a tracking rocket on them, be pretty broken, but pretty fun, because we love wrecking pros with that. And I think if Fortnite adds some sort of crazy, maybe 2 miniguns attached to it, like a Pavlo or maybe like a chopper where you can sit in it and you can just drive it and you have 2 people, it'll be the end of build fights, which again would be absolutely awesome. But you know what Fortnite could do? On the arena mode, they could simply just remove the 2 miniguns and just have it so you have to shoot out of the helicopter rather than sit on miniguns with endless ammo. You know, these are the sort of things that Fortnite could do in casual just for a week and just try it out and see people enjoy it. Yes, pros are going to complain, and pros will still complain because they play casual as well, but ignore them. You can't always follow what the pros want. It's something which is starting to get worse in the community, and I see it on Reddit. Just look through Reddit. The amount of people complaining about different pros posts and stuff. Here's one, for example, someone complaining again that pros are already complaining. They were already complaining about legacy controls, and now they're complaining about heavy snipers. No offense to Tifu himself, I know he's quite a negative light in the Fortnite community, expressing negative thoughts, but you know, this sort of stuff just isn't necessary, because again, them few thousand people that have liked it will probably go around saying the same thing. They want to vault this heavy sniper, and it's something that pros are using in competitive. Now, it's not OP for us casual players, but I guess the legacy side of stuff for console players is a massive hit. It was a crazy aim assist, and if not, like Ninja said, it should potentially be buffed, you know, aim assist on console, because we do need something to be able to get casual gamers out of the way who are on PC. We can't destroy them otherwise. We just get built on like mad. And for those people that probably are still watching, thank you so much love and respect, you're the true fans of the channel. But for those people that are still watching, you're thinking, why is this guy complaining? Why can't he just get good at the game? Because we don't have the hours to simply sit down and spend 10 hours a day or 6-7 hours a day, that's how long these pros play, to get to that level. Now yes, I could dedicate all my day to that, but then I would do nothing else, and that's not what I want to do. I don't want to dedicate to become a pro Fortnite player. I just like playing it casually, and I'm sure many of you do too. So I hope my point has come across quite nicely. I do personally think that legacy controls or some sort of aim assist buff should happen for consoles only. I don't think having PC aim assist with a controller should be allowed, really, unless they're running on below 60 FPS, because on PC, if you're running at 240 FPS with aim assist, I can see exactly what Ninja's saying right there. You're going to get an insane refresh rate. You're going to basically have aim assist or like some sort of aimbot or something crazy. So I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video though. If you have found it informative or interesting, or if you disagree with anything I've said in the video, feel free to leave a comment down below. No comment wars, but I'm glad to read through comments and heart comments that I agree with, that people have disagreed on my thoughts, which is really nice to see. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. Don't forget to smash that like, smash that subscribe. I'll see you guys in my other videos. Go and check them out. They are on screen right now. I'll see you guys over there.